One.
Hi, I'm Ken Kaplan from Kaplan Cycles on site at the New England Motorcycle Museum. I'm going to do a quick demo of this absolutely gorgeous, nicest Honda GL1200 trike I've ever seen. It's absolutely impeccable. The bike is an original owner bike, only 12,000 miles. It is the Motor-Trike conversion, which arguably is the nicest looking trike conversion out. And the bike happens to be the gorgeous Candy Wineberry with the chrome American racing wheels, Kelly Charger radials, and the custom paint job and pinstripe to match the factory paint. It's absolutely, the bike is in impeccable condition. Let me give you a quick demo of the bike. One of the favorite things about having a trike or a full dresser is a radio. So we're going to crank up a little bit of the doors here and go take a little ride. One of the other beauties of having a trike is I'm a little bit handicapped right now. I had a motorcycle accident and broke my foot pretty bad, and I'm in recovery, but I can still ride a trike with no problem. As a matter of fact, my wife, who weighs about 130 pounds, about half my size, I'm 250, rode me on the back of this from our house in Tallinn to here, and she's a beginning rider. She has her permit, doesn't even have her license yet, and she was 100% confident, way more confident than on her motorcycle, because as you can see, there's a hill behind this building here, and when she drove up the hill, she was able to stop on the hill with the front brake and not be intimidated because the bike wouldn't lean. So she was super confident, and I actually fell asleep on the back of it on the way here. It was so comfortable. The thing's amazing. It's just a super comfortable ride. I've ridden other trikes. I've ridden Harley trikes. This far surpasses any trike I've ridden, as far as comfort and smoothness. So it's a traditional Honda quality 4-cylinder GL1200. Has a 4 Keihin carbs, and it runs perfectly. So it's in gear now. Put it in neutral. Fires right up immediately. Has a brand new UASA battery on it. I'll go over what we just did to it mechanically. We went through it. But first, let me demo it real quick. Horn works great. See, the turn signals work beautifully. You can go up around the front, Dave. I'll show the high beam, low beam. That's a left turn signal, right turn signal. High beam's on right now. I'll give you a quick demo of it. Crank up the tunes. Comfortable ride, baby. Turns on a dime. Anybody can ride this bike at any age. Here's another example of being on a hill right here. This is about a 40-degree angle, and the bike's, you don't have to put your foot down, obviously, because it's trike. Perfectly safe and comfortable, even going backwards. So, pull it up here to the light, get off the top of it a little bit. The mags look awesome, as you can see when it's rolling. The white wall on here. So what you have is a super comfortable, safe bike with a ton of cargo space. It has a big trunk in the back, and Dave's going to walk around the bike and give you some close-ups as I discuss a little bit about the bike. First of all, aside from being the most reliable bike made, a Honda, the GL1200, it's also made by one of the top-of-the-line trike conversion companies called Motor-Trike. They have over 200 dealerships countrywide, and the level of expertise that they have for creating these kind of conversions is second to none. Their engineers are NASCAR and Sprint Cup engineers that have, the guys who designed this trike conversion have won 3 road and track SAE Formula victory shootouts, and it's just engineered to a higher level. The fit and finish, the quality of the bodywork is second to none. It's absolutely gorgeous. Everybody who's seen this bike has said something similar. It's just a gorgeous, beautiful bike. Handles amazing, smooth ride, has a superior trunk design which has several cubic foot of storage. It's a very expensive conversion, the trike conversion itself with the carpeted inside. It also has a cover, it has a trike cover that was custom ordered, and also has the dual exhaust turbo mufflers, which are not You know, they're an upgrade from the stock ones, but they're not loud. It just gives a little bit extra rumbles, but it's still nice and quiet. So you can use the onboard PA system. There's an onboard intercom system where both of the helmets that come with the bike, the driver can talk to the passenger. Really cool feature. The custom paint job on it, and the installation, and the delivery, and the cost of the expense, the trike conversion is right around $10,000. This bike has an NADA value in excellent condition, which this one is, of $59.90. So the bike itself is worth about $6,000. With the conversion, if you were to buy one and do it, you'd spend over $16,000. That's if you bought, you know, this. If you were lucky enough to find a 1986 Goldwing, original owner bike, only titled by one person, absolutely beautiful condition. Bike's worth up, you know, a lot of money because of the condition, a lot more than most would be. As far as the items that we've done to service the bike, we're a registered and licensed DMV repair facility. The first thing we did when we got the bike, we did a compression check on it. It's got 185 PSI across the board, which is like brand new. We checked the oil. The oil looked like it just came out of a can. And you can see on the engine, if you do a close-up of the engine, the aluminum's in perfect condition. The chrome's in, I mean, for a 30-year-old bike, it's about as good as you're gonna find. It's excellent condition. We checked the spark, compression was excellent. We removed the carburetors and completely disassembled them. And the guy who worked on this is a 27-year veteran Honda mechanic who worked at Manchester Honda, where this bike was originally bought. He's now our employee here. And he also owned a motorcycle restoration business where he restored motorcycles for, well, he had his own business for about 2 years. He works for us now, but he specializes in restoring vintage Honda. So it was done right. The cars were separated, cleaned, adjusted, and all the O-rings were replaced with all OEM original parts. He also disassembled the throttle housing to clean the throttle tube and the throttle pipe and handlebar, then pressure lubed the cable, greased the cable ends, installed and adjusted the free plate. When I got on this thing, it felt like a rocket to me compared to any other GL1200 I've ever ridden. And we've had 4 of them in here in the last several months. This one far surpasses the way any of them ran. Part of that is due to the fact the original owner changed the oil every 2,000 miles religiously. So the oil, it looks like it just came out of the can if you drain it out. It's like brand new. He also cleaned the airbox, installed a brand new Honda air filter, replaced the fuel filter, checked the petcock operation, inspected the fuel tank. The fuel tank is spotless. He also replaced the alternator 3-pin connector and installed a new one that was like a weak link on this bike, so he upgraded that. Soldered in a new 3-wire extension. The front brake pads are brand new. They have less than 200 miles on them. And the front tire, if you look at the front tire, it still has the nubs on it. The front tire's got, well, maybe 200 miles on it. The rear tires also, as you can see, are the original ones that were put on when the trike conversion was done. So there's probably less than 1,000 miles on the bike with the trike conversion. It was owned by a 75-year-old guy in his garage under a cover. So the bike is absolutely spotless. While he was checking the front brakes, he also drained the system of the brake fluid and flushed it and put brand new brake fluid in the front and cleaned up the calipers and rotors. Everything's perfectly mint, as you can see. Also, the hydraulic clutch fluid was also drained and lead and replaced. So it has new hydraulic clutch fluid. It has new hydraulic brake fluid front and rear, and also new engine oil. Everything's brand new as far as the oil in the bike is concerned. The rear brake fluid was also flushed, filled, and bled. Close to 20 hours of labor were put into all of these services I'm telling you that were just done to the bike. The tire pressures were checked and adjusted. The carburetor, once it was rebuilt, was put on, and we performed a running carburetor synchronization, something not a lot of shops know how to do right. We specialize in classic and vintage Hondas. We know how to do it. So the mixture screen adjustment was done, the idle speed adjustment, and while he was running, he did a charging system output check. When the carbs were off, all the old fluid was drained, and we're a distributor for VP, so we put VP C9 fuel in it, which is the best fuel for a bike, especially if you're not going to run it every day, because the ethanol in fuel today is horrible. The battery was replaced with the highest grade battery you can get, a Yuasa CX type. And we also put battery tender leads in, which you can see right here. So the bike can be plugged in during the off season, and this battery should last you 10 years if you keep it plugged in easily. The rear brakes were tested and adjusted. The radio operation was tested, and it all works properly, as do the headsets. So that's basically it. The bike was completely gone through. And as I said, it's a super easy bike to ride. My wife, at 135 pounds, was driving me around on the bike. So let me show you a couple of things that come with the bike, a couple of the extras. I have a full trike cover for this, which is awesome. You fold down the antennas, you just loosen them and fold them down, and then you put the cover on it when you're storing. You can see the fit and finish in this bike is impeccable. It's like the day it came out of the showroom. It has a matching Candy Wineberry HJC helmet, and it has the intercom system. This front intercom, the tab broke off the helmet. That does need to be replaced. It actually got dropped the day I picked it up. The 75-year-old guy was showing it to me and dropped it and broke the tab off, but it works beautifully. You just got to get a new tab for it. And it has a matching HJC helmet for his wife, and also it comes with the Honda Goldwing service manual. As you see, the original service manual, and I have the helmet bags. Everything fits nicely in here. You can see the trunk is in absolutely impeccable condition. It has the trunk in the back here also, along with the map pocket storage in the front. It also it has a Cobra CD, as you can see, CD radio, and it's just an awesome bike. It's traditional Honda quality, starts up immediately, has a nice stereo on it. If you have any questions about the bike, give me a call. My name's Ken. My phone number is 860-916-9784, and you can check us out on Facebook at the New England Motorcycle Museum, or online at newenglandmotorcyclemuseum.org. And again, this bike, the money that is going towards finishing, as you can see, it's a football field long room that this is in. It's going to be full of antique motorcycles very soon. I also have, Dave, you can point out some of the more fit and finish features of the bike without close-ups. That would be good. You can see. If you want to have a mechanic inspect this, individual mechanic, more than welcome to. We called the Motor-Trike conversion company and asked them what they thought the bike was worth, and they said, you know, in average condition, it should be worth around $12,500. This bike's in impeccable condition and would far surpass that value, in my opinion, because where are you going to find one in this shape? They're just not out there. Here's the title. This is the original title, and the bike was bought by Mr. Trask from Westfield, Mass. And the dealer was in Westfield, Mass. And it's original title, original owner. It's never been titled under anybody else's name. The only defect I could find on the bike is there's a little bit of paint peeling on a trim piece up on the fairing right here. And we actually ordered the Candy Wineberry paint, and we're sending out those 2 trim pieces out to be repainted professionally. So that'll pretty much take care of the only blemish that I really that stood out to me on the bike, and you probably won't even see it in the videos. But it's got the American Racing mags, Kelly Charger radials, stereo, and of course it's a traditional shaft drive, 4-cylinder Honda reliability. Just an outstanding bike. Good luck bidding. God bless, and give me a call if you have any questions. Thank you.